My name is Scott Weinstein. I'm a partner with Covenant Technology Partners. We're very glad that you've decided to attend this. I've seen Brian present. It's going to be a great session. A couple things. Again, I assume you guys still can't see it, correct?
Yeah, we can.
You can.
Cannot.
Cannot. Fair enough. So Covenant is a Microsoft Gold partner, and we do pretty much all the payloads that Microsoft has. So we do Office 365 and Azure. We do data analytics, Microsoft Dynamics. We have a managed services practice. We're a CSP, which means we're a cloud solution provider, so we can sell Microsoft software. And then we do some other things in addition to those, like public-facing websites, workflows, and so on. Today, we're offering, for attending this session, we're offering, we have a Teams FAQ style chatbot, which is pretty cool. It answers any questions instead of having to call the help desk. You can type your question into the chatbot and it quickly, easily gives you answers to anything you might want to do. So a lot of things that Brian's going to go through today, such as how to create a channel. If you forget how to do it, you can ask the chatbot and it will answer for you. We also have some great Microsoft Accelerator workshops. These typically, we typically charge up to $13,500 for these workshops, but right now Microsoft is funding these. We actually have 4 of those that are available. Teams, security, secure remote work, and Intune. So if you're interested in any of those, Michelle will be sending this out in an email following along. Oh, by the way, is anybody videoing this?
It won't let me for some reason. Can you try?
Sure, I can try. I'm having such success with the sharing of my screen.
I see the recording. There's 3 recordings that started in the chat. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What's happening. Or it happened again. Recording has started.
It has started?
Well, it says that in the chat, but it doesn't say it across the top like it normally does with the warning ribbon,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. So maybe you'll have this, maybe you won't. That's all I can tell you. We have some upcoming events. We have a CFO breakfast roundtable on October 16th. We have using retail data to deliver insight webinar on October 22nd. We have a chatbot hands-on lab where we teach you how to actually make a chatbot, which is pretty cool, both on October 21st and the 29th of October, just in time for Halloween. Mm-hmm. We have a C-level virtual roundtable with Single Wire, which is a pretty cool product. It does the automatic notifications. So for schools, schools closed, it snowed. For those of you that live in northern climates know about that. Or, servers down, things like that, you can't really email people if the server's down. But Single Wire does all of that kind of thing, and we'll be having a session on November 6th. And then we have 3 hands-on labs on Azure, November 5th, 12th, and the 19th. And if you follow Covenant on LinkedIn, you'll be apprised of all these events. But as I mentioned, Michelle will be sending out an email following this because you can't see my screen to write this stuff down. And I've stopped sharing, but it doesn't matter since you can't see it anyway. Thank you, Brian.
Okay. Thanks, Scott. So I just want to kind of kick it off and set the stage for the day. So what is a CIE? It's a customer immersion experience, and it was created because of the latest innovations of Microsoft products and tools. What we're going to do today is take you from 10, 20%, whatever your knowledge base is. We're going to take it at about 80% knowledge, make you a power user with Teams. Email started about 20 years ago in popular usage, and it's a great thing for long form messages and everything. But it really hasn't evolved. And now we're driving electric cars, we got cell phones. I mean, everything's evolving, but email is still kind of the same thing, except for we've got a ton more messages. And what I want to do today is talk about how to think differently about how we communicate. In the last 4 years, we've had a new industrial revolution where applications and cloud have converged in this explosion of new technologies, and Teams is one of those. So I want this training to be as interactive as possible. We want as many questions as you guys have. Just go ahead and ask. You can come off mute. You can raise your hand if you want to ask a question. Just don't worry about interrupting me. Not a problem. Raise your hand is in the command bar at the top, and I'm clicking it, and man, Teams must be having some glitches today. But what you can do is just come off of mute and say, hey, Brian, I got a question, and you can just jump in. So not a problem at all. What I'd like to do, because we are interactive today and everything, I'd just like to start by sharing your name, your company, and just talk about any projects you might be doing, what brought you to the training. Just like to learn a little bit more about my audience. Mark, would you like to go ahead?
Sure, I'm a project manager with Unigroup in Fenton. I pretty much support our financial software packages, including Microsoft Dynamics and some other software related to finance as well. Awesome, great. Yeah, are you working on any projects right now, or any looking at Teams to just streamline your business, or? Well, as a company, we're starting to shift to Teams. We've moved from Skype to Teams as our messaging application, and then we're starting to conduct more Teams meetings instead of Zoom. So that's kind of the impetus behind me joining this training session. Awesome. That's great. How about you, Evan?
Hi, I'm Evan. I'm an intern at Covenant. So I'm here for Michelle's my boss, and we're glad everyone could join us today. Awesome. Good. So we're going to have a tight little group here. That's awesome. We can, delve into more things, so that works out just fine. Okay, so if you can go ahead and get into your persona, what you're going to do is put your name in the box up here, and it's going to light up. Just go ahead and click on a persona, and it's going to take you to this screen. And on this screen, go ahead and double click on Teams, and it'll launch Teams for us. And then we'll have our training environment in here. And we can go ahead and go. Just want to talk about the platform while this is loading up, and just go ahead and click through stuff. If it loads up and everything, like it says you're all set, just go ahead and click the X, make it go away, and we'll get right down to the Teams environment. So one of the things I want to talk about is the platform. It really does enable you to work more efficiently on business without having to exit and enter all these different applications. We're going to cover how Teams provides services of Slack, Dropbox, Skype, and your on-prem phone system. So 4 applications in one application here. I literally live in Teams, pretty much all day long with my colleagues and my companies that I support. And so I can go in there and we can, change the tenant and talk to other companies. There's all kinds of things we can do once we share those permissions. So let's do a quick tour of the platform. Just like to, show you around. We'll just do a quick tour, and then we'll jump into the different elements of Teams. So up here in the upper right-hand corner, if you want to go ahead and click with me, just click on the picture there. And the first thing we can do is make this picture a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see it a little better. So how's that? Does that help out? Does that punch up the picture for you a little bit? A little bit easier to see? Yeah. Great. So that's one of the things we can do is, increase the picture. There's all kinds of different things we can do here. One thing I want to draw your attention to is the status. So here in the status, we can set ourselves available, and it's a green ball, lets everyone know, hey, you can ping me, kind of, as a traffic light on etiquette, if you will. The busy sign is, something that's a focus. It's just a red ball. It says, hey, I'm busy in a meeting, same thing. And then do not disturb. So on my regular Teams instance for my company, it's set right now to do not disturb because I'm in presentation mode. And what's going to happen is it's going to hold all the notifications, all of my, any messages that I get, any tasks,
all of that stuff is going to be held back while I'm presenting. And then when I stop presenting, I'll get all that information and I can go to my activity tile and see all the things that I missed while I was presenting. So that's one of the things that this ends up doing for us. There's also be right back in a way. Appear away is funny. You know, you can set it to appear away, and it looks like you're away from the keyboard. But you know, you can keep working. So some of my colleagues do that to me every now and then. I ping them anyway, you know. But yeah, there's settings in here, so we can go to settings, and these are all the settings. If you want to hit disable GPU hardware acceleration, that's a great way to kind of keep Teams running at its top end. And then turn on new meeting experience. This is something you want to click in your Teams environment, and then that way you get the latest and greatest. So coming around to that, we can leave here and go right up to the search bar. So in the search bar, this is great because it's going to search 3 sets of data. It's going to search across files, messages, and people. So if I type marketing in here, I'm going to get, and I hit enter, I'm going to get messages, people, and files. So I can go through anywhere that marketing is mentioned in messages, it'll come up. And so Nestor message, you know, Nestor sent a message, sales and marketing. Pradeep talked about, you know, marketing here. So you can see we're getting all kinds of things. If we had someone had marketing in their title, they'd show up here under people, and then under files, it's going to search not only the title of the files and the directories, but it's actually going to go inside the file. So if inside of a document, say a Word document, it says mentions marketing, it's going to go ahead and pull that document up, like in here. So like this Mark 8 Contoso purchasing data, marketing's been mentioned inside of that that Excel file. So again, very, very powerful search bar. It searches across the channels, and it's just super helpful. So here, if you do a /, you'll get these little kind of shortcuts. And so you can go / activity, and you can see someone's activity. Or, you know, if you want to change your status that we were mentioning earlier, / BRB, be right back, or busy, it'll set your status. So these are just some really quick little ways to have some shortcuts. I think there's also keyboard keys / keys, and it's going to show you the keyboard shortcut. So this is like shortcuts that are in, you know, any Office product. So Control Dot is going to show the shortcuts. Control E will take you to search, that sort of thing. So those are the actual keyboard shortcuts. So yeah, that's the search bar. Oh yeah, and so up here in the upper left-hand corner, there is, okay, cursor, there we go. There are these 2 little arrows, and these little arrows are just like in your browser. So what you can do is you can go ahead and click back, and it's going to take me back to where I began, or I click forward, that's where I came from. So again, it's the front and back arrows that you have in any, you know, any browser, so you can use that. And then we have the command bar running down the left. And the things that we're going to cover today are activities, teams, chat, calls. So it's these tiles right here on the left. And each one of these is a different element of Teams. And activity, if you just go ahead and click on that with me, it'll put you right into activities. So activities is the first one we're going to take a look at. And let's see here. Let's all get into, let's go back one. And let's just make sure that we're all in Contoso. And that would be awesome. And then hit activities. Thank you. There. Okay, it puts us in Salesforce. That's fine. So this is activities, and this is an area that's like your inbox in Outlook. The first thing you want to do is check your activity feed. So like I mentioned before, if I'm in presentation mode, all things are going to be held back. I come off of presentation mode. First thing I want to do is come here and see what I missed. And see I have these things in bold. And so these are messages that were sent to me. I'm Megan, by the way, Megan Bowen. And these are all things that were either mentions, or they actually sent me a message, or they see the @ sign. So that's going to be @ Megan Bowen. And so Isaiah mentioned me. And so I'm catching up here, seeing all my mentions, replies to email or to chats that I sent, and things like that. So this is a great place. It becomes your single inbox for all the activity across Teams. And this is really going to replace the functionality of your Outlook inbox. So that's it's a really helpful, quick way to check things out. One thing you want to do is hit this ellipsis, and this ellipsis, the 3 dots, that's going to be your best friend today. So this is a context-sensitive functionality button, and right here, you can go ahead and mark things as unread, or you can hit channel notifications. What I want to show you here is if you hit channel notifications, and you'll see that it defaults to off on all new posts. Go ahead and turn that to banner and feed, and then that way you won't miss anything. And so go ahead and hit save, and now we're set to that. So it works out pretty nice. So that's activities. I just want to kind of take a pause here, take a beat, and if you can let me know if you have any questions on activities. I just want to make sure everyone's together. We're all here and checking this out, right? Are we good, Mark?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, great. So that's activities. We can move on to chat then. So let's jump into chat. Click with me on this left-hand button. There we go. And now we're in the chat. So if, Mark, if you can just hit me, Scott, Michelle, whoever, you got Evan, you guys want to just send me a message, that would be awesome. And just say, hey, Megan. There, thank you, pretty awesome. Is that you, Mark? Oh, that's Melody. Oh, okay, Pradeep's Melody. Thanks, Mel. Okay, Alan, thank you. Thank you. So you can see I'm getting these messages coming. Patty, perfect. Someone's the president. Nice. Nestor, Diego, awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay, perfect. So now what happens is I can come up here and I can grab Nestor and I can talk to him. And I can say, hey, Nestor, right? But only Nestor's going to see that. Okay. And then Diego, I can say, hey, Diego. And there we go. Oops, made a little error there. I'll show you how to fix that later. So, we can chat back and forth. Pretty cool, right? But then what if I want to do a group chat? So what I can do is I can go ahead and hit the people up here, and then I can start typing people's names in here. So I just start the first few letters, grab Nestor, I can grab Diego, I can grab Patty, I can grab Alan. I'm going to throw us all into a group chat. Deep, boom. All right, and I hit add. Now what I have is a group chat, and everyone's going to be able to see this. So you all got that, didn't you? Awesome. So that's group chat. That's how we can set up a group chat. So that is, yeah, Patty. Yeah, there you go. Okay, awesome. You found the emoticon area. That's great. Okay, just a second here. I'm having a little issue with my monitors. Just be a minute. Okay. Wow. There we go. All right. So this is group chat. Now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and talk about the buttons underneath the bar. You guys have been typing in type a new message area, and I'd like to explain all the buttons under here. You guys already found one. That's the emoticons. So that's awesome. And you can put whatever you want in there and send it. This is the format button, the A with the little pin or whatever. And you can do bold. This is kind of like Word. So you can do bold paragraphs, all kinds of things. You hit the ellipses and it gives you all kinds of other things in your links, all of that kind of stuff. I never really use it. I just, this is just a quick way to communicate. So I really don't use this functionality all that much in here, but some people do. This is your delivery options, and this is important. You have standard, important, and urgent. So standard message will be sent as usual. Important, that's going to be marked important. You're going to get a red important across here. And then I can type a message in here, and I'll show you what important looks like. So you get a exclamation point up here, and important. And then what and then what we can do is we can do urgent. I'll do an urgent message for you. There we go. So this is going to hit you, and it's going to ping you every 2 minutes for 20 minutes until it's answered. So you'll get this little red bell. You get the urgent thing. You know, it's going to say, "Hey, urgent. You know, take care of this." And until someone answers that, it's going to every 2 minutes, it's going to ping you and let you know that it's urgent. So those are the three status and priority buttons that we have in the chat. And then we have the paperclip, and that is so you can attach files here, but it's not a great way to do it because you have to go into the chat and then find the get lost. I'm going to show you a better way to handle files in a little bit. So I don't ever use that. It attaches the file to this particular chat, and then it makes it harder to find. Okay, and then here's Gifs. So Gifs are, you know, moving little emoticons, right? So you can just, oh, well, we've got some Halloween ones now. So this is kind of cool. So they changed the GIFs depending on the holidays that are going on, all that. So it's pretty neat. So I can grab this guy and send it. It's just a little, you know, moving message. The ones I like, though, are the stickers. And so these are stickers right here. So click on the little face, and that's a sticker. And the reason I like these so much is because you can change this message. So I can come in here and tell my team, "Hey, great job, guys," and then change that sticker and send it out to you guys. Boom. So there you go. So what do you think of that? Pretty neat, right? Okay, I like it. I'm impressed. Gareth, just saw you joined. If are you in the environment?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
I am, but I'm not on the chat. I've not joined been invited to your chat because I joined late.
Okay, no problem. Let me just here in the chat. I just put the CDX link in there. If you want to go ahead and click on that link, it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. Go ahead and put your name up here, and it'll light up a persona. Just grab a persona, and you can catch up with us.
Yeah, I did that. I'm on. I'm under Miriam Graham.
Oh, okay, perfect. So you're following along in the environment with us, right?
Yeah, I'm just not on your chat. So
okay, no problem. I'm going to add you. So here's how you can add someone. So, you know, this is a perfect example. We're going along and everything's great. And then Miriam comes along. And so we just go ahead and do this. And we do Miriam. And I just start typing her name or his, you know, and then here it comes. And then there's three things that come up when we add somebody, right? We can say, don't include the chat history. So, you know, we've been sitting around talking smack about Miriam. And, you know, we don't want her to know. So we'll just not include that. Probably not the most professional thing in the world, but, you know, I never use it. Or you can say include the history from the past number of, you know, days, and then say 1 day, 2 day, 3 days. Or you can say include all chat history. Usually if I'm pulling someone in from my team, all chat history, go ahead and add. What you're going to have is all this is going to fill up on your screen, and you're now pulled into our chat. If I want to change the name of the chat, I can come up here to the pencil, and now I can call it something else. Oops, if I had my cap locks off, I can go ahead and do that. So now we're the dream team, okay? So great, that's perfect. I want to come back down now to underneath the chat and just talk about two more buttons. So what we have here is the praise button. And it's, you know, it's kind of neat. I can go ahead and hit the praise button and say, I'm going to send courage. You know, just do something like that. I come over here and start typing Miriam's name. Comes right up, click on it. And then I can preview, make sure that's what I want to say, and send it. So once that's sent, it's like a sticker or something. I don't think you can edit it. Yeah, you can't edit it once you send it. You can edit, yeah, you can edit what's below it, but I can't get in here and edit it. So that's why they have the preview. So great. So yeah, Miriam's reacting. She's saying awesome. And Pradeep just mentioned me. So you can see some new things that are going on here. There you go. There's an app mentioned there from Pradeep. Megamone, you're awesome. Okay, praise. Yeah, awesome. So that's great. The other area that I wanted to mention is this guy right here. So this is the calendar with the plus. And so we can be in chat, right? We're all talking, you know, on chat and everything. And then we decide, you know, we really need to have a meeting. This is getting there's too much traffic going on here. And it might be quicker just to talk. So I'm going to schedule a meeting. So I just hit plus down here. And notice what happened. Took everyone from the chat and dropped them in. So now here we are in the meeting. And I can go ahead and put the details or an agenda down here, add a location. I can grab rooms. Yeah, you saw the room up. Okay, you saw the rooms come up. Okay, I guess not. Let's see here. Let me hit it again. There they are. So I can grab rooms here and then add a channel too. If I want this to go out to the channel, I can add Contosa General, for instance, and that's going to hit this channel as an announcement. So let's see here. We're going to do this. Company picnic. So this I want to announce to everybody, and then I've already got these guys in there, and so I just hit send, and now that goes out to the channel. So I was able to schedule a meeting on the fly right here from chat. So that's pretty cool. If I want to have a call, maybe, you know, it's like, let's just talk about this right now, guys. I'm going to hit this call button up here. Go ahead and cancel this. We don't have, in the training environment, we don't have microphones and cameras set up. So go ahead and do that. And then what's going to happen, it's going to start calling you guys. And then down here, it's going to show me, there it is. It's going to show me that, you know, I'm calling everyone that's on this chat. So Diego picked up, go ahead and pick up. So now we could go ahead and talk and everything be great, right? All right. So that's how we can do a call just on the fly straight away. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the call, and you guys can leave the call too, no problem. If you wanted to do a video call, you'd hit this button right here. It's kind of grayed out. That's a little camera. But there's no camera attached to the training environment, so we can't do that. So that's how we can get everybody in there. Let's see, we have, we've got, come on, cursor, there we go. There we go. What else can we do here? We can do, let's see. Yeah, that's a new chat. If you want to do a new chat, you can hit the pencil up here in the upper right of the chat area. If I wanted to start a new chat, you just hit the pencil here, and yeah, and then there is a pop-out feature. It doesn't show us in the environment here, but there's a little icon, and it's a square like this with an arrow that comes out, and that's pretty cool. It's a newer version of Teams, but if you hit the pop-out, it will pop that window out. So it'll take my Dream Team window and pop it out into another window that I can now drag to another monitor or keep an eye on. So that's a pretty nice deal. You can also hit this and it'll say pop out in here, and then it'll pop it out for you. So there's two different ways to do it. One here and then one kind of up in this area, and it'll have a little square with an arrow coming out to the right. And that would be your pop out. One other thing, if I want to pin this, I can pin this to the top of the rail. And so if people send me individual messages down here outside of this group chat, they'll just pile up, but my Dream Team will stay at the top of the rail. And so I can keep an eye on it that way. If I change my mind, I just hit unpin. Another thing I can mention is around deleting. I get this question every now and then. And if I were to, let's see here, let me grab something that I put in. Just a minute. Go up here. Okay, here we go. So a couple things I can do here. Hit the ellipses, and then I can come down and I can edit this. So if I wanted to, edit it and say some more, I can do some more there. If I misspelled something, I can fix it. I can delete it. So this is something that I posted. I can delete it. Users can delete their own messages, but you can't delete anyone else's. If you want to clean chat or you want to delete the whole thing, you have to go and talk to an administrator. They can do that on the back end, but you can't clear the channel history on your own. All right, let's see. I think that's everything. This is all about email reduction, right?
Hey, so, Brian?
Yeah.
Kind of weird. So I see on your screen you changed "Hey everyone" to "I have an idea."
Mm-hmm.
But on mine it didn't change, and I changed my "hey" to "hey there," and you don't see it.
Oh, that's weird.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It might be might be something going on in the RDP or in the environment itself. I don't know what's going on. It should change. You should be able to see this when it's edited, and it'll say edited message just like it does here, but you should be able to see that.
Yeah, I see it on my side.
Do you really?
Oh, you see it on yours? Oh, so some people see it and some people don't.
That's really weird.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Okay.
Might
Sorry.
be just a little glitch in the no, it might be just a little glitch in what in the system here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Sure.
Scott, did you try refreshing your screen?
Yeah, I did. I went back and everything, but I'm trying to refresh it. Very weird.
That's weird. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes in these training environments, they get a little finicky. So I don't know. All right, that's cool. So that's all about chat. Does anyone have any questions for me? We have plenty of time. So if you have questions, you want to dig in a little bit, we can do that.
Yeah, user error. If you scroll down, you'll see my hey there. My mistake. I apologize. There's too many hays. Up a little bit.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you found it. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Strange. Sorry.
Yeah. No problem. No, it's all a learning experience, right? Now, my edit though, where did it go? Does everyone see my edit? I
do.
Okay. All right. Cool. Good.
Yeah, my mistake. Sorry about that.
Not a problem. No big deal. All right. Well, good. That's all about chat. Just a great way to reduce your email. We feel it reduces your email by around 30% by using chat. So it's super efficient. Again, you can see I'm living here, right? So I'm chatting with my folks. Mark, okay, you got to grab a meeting. Okay, yeah, we'll get the meeting to you. No problem. Thanks for attending, Mark. Appreciate it. All right, so let's get into the guts of things. We'll just click on. Okay, and this is the real guts of what we're going to be playing around with here. So a team is a group of people with a common goal. All right, and the way that we like to advise people to set this up is a team should be your company. Okay, so that's the organization, and it's a general umbrella, and we set it up as a public team. You want to make it company-wide, and then channels could be departments or projects. And there's a couple different ways, a couple different philosophies around that. Some companies will set their company up and then put like sales, HR, different departments in it. And then other companies will set it up and they'll do projects. And they'll go ahead and put projects in, the ACE project and the, whatever. And then teams can hit it that way. Or they might do a combination, a hybrid approach. So there's different ways that you can do that. And I'm going to show you how that, works in just a minute. Teams is a way to simultaneously communicate with everyone in the team. So it's really great. We can go ahead and do a post here. This is the general section. You can see here's my meeting that I scheduled earlier, right? Remember I said I'm going to throw it out for everyone to attend. And so now it's been announced company-wide. This is organization-wide. You see up here in the upper right hand underneath my picture. This is completely organization-wide. So you got to be a little careful with it, right? But we can make announcements that everybody sees. So I'm saying, hey, come to our picnic, right? So files. I told you I'd tell you more about files. So here's files. So if you come with me up here, what we're going to do is, okay, hold on. Do this. Okay, it's going to go get my files now. I hope. There we go. So this is an area where we can post files, and it's super cool because you can go here and you can do a folder, or you can do Word doc, Excel doc, PowerPoint, OneNote, whatever you want to do. And you can upload. So I can go files and folder, and I can upload from my computer. We can do a link. We can download a file. So if we had a file in here, I just put a click by it, and then I could download it to my machine if I wanted to take it offline. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to create a Word doc. And this is going to be our picnic list. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and come into Files, find the picnic list, click on it, and then come help me build the picnic list, okay? You can close that when it comes up. So this is a great lesson in how we collaborate in teams. It's going to come up, it's going to look a lot like Word. You're going to be pretty familiar with it. All right, great. And see, I've already got Diego in here. I can tell it's Diego. I can hover on this, it'll tell me who it is. It'll also show me up here. And as more of you come in, it'll put a plus up here, like a +4 or whatever. Thank you, Patty. And then we can put, you know, what we're bringing. So I guess I'll bring some barbecue ribs. Scott's going to bring the Maker's Mark. I just know that for some reason. And go ahead and collaborate with me. Type in whatever you want, whatever you're going to bring to our picnic. Did that's okay? Okay. So Diego, is that Gareth? Or are you Patty?
No, I'm Miriam.
Oh, you're Miriam. That's right. Okay, great. Are you able to get into the?
No, my laptop dropped off for a few minutes.
Oh, it did. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Shoot.
No, that's not your fault.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'm just trying to rejoin now.
Yeah, come back in. Come on. So this is how we can collaborate. You want me to wait for you?
No, it's fine. You carry on. Cheers.
Okay.
I'll carry on.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No worries. So this is great. You know, again, all the functionality, well, not all the functionality, a lot of the functionality of Word. If you want all the functionality of something, you can open in desktop app. And what that'll do is it'll open up the desktop. I do this a lot with Excel because, you know, the online Excel isn't quite as Maker's Mark. There you go. The online Excel is not quite as robust. And sometimes there's functionality that I need. So what I'll do is hit open in desktop app. And then what ends up happening is anything I do on my desktop gets saved back to this instance and it's synced. So that's not a problem. Oh yeah, there you go. And you can do a little formatting. You know, we can do this all day long and just edit and play along with our list. So the neat thing is that when I get out, it saves everything automatically for me. So you can come back in and here's my list all over again. So because Teams resides on top of SharePoint, we have access to version history, and that's super cool too. So if I mess this document up, which I've done before, and I'm like, oh, gee, this is too messed up to fix. You know, it's going to take forever. I can go into SharePoint, open this in SharePoint, find the version right before this, and then restore it back, you know, to this instance, and we're good to go. So just so you know, that's just the way to fix stuff. So that's pretty cool. You got all kinds of paragraph stuff in there. You got open in browser, download, you know, there's all kinds of functionality that you can play around with. All right, so that's our picnic list. Now, what I'd like to do is show you how to create a team. So we're going to do that from scratch. So come down here to the bottom and hit join or create a team. Two ways to join a team. One is to get a code, right? And so you get a code and you can enter it right here and then it'll punch you right into that team. And you know, someone on your team would send you the code and then you put it in there and join. But what we're going to do today is we're going to create a team. So hit the button right below there, that blue button, create a team. And we're going to do it from scratch. So click along with me right here from scratch. Now with teams, again, company-wide, right? It's an overarching thing. Typically, we like you to do a public team. So anyone in your organization can join. This is the best practice. You can do a private team. We don't like it because it's private, right? And so you have to like invite everybody. And if your company's 100 people deep, you probably don't want to do that. So we go ahead and do this, and I'll show you how to do a private channel later on if you want to lock something down. So we're going to give our team a name. This is going to be like Brian's company, okay? And we can talk about the company, put a company description in there. Hit create. And that's going to go ahead and create this team. And it congratulates me. And here we are. Now what I can do is I can start adding people to my team. I can make invitations. and we can grab people. Master. And help me out. Who's the rest of you guys?
Diego.
Diego, thank you. Thank you, Diego. And Alan, right? There we go. And I can add you guys to my team. Here we go. And then we can set permissions over here. So this is member or owner. I'd like to have 2 owners on a team. So we can make Alan an owner just for fun. And I'll be an owner. And now he's an owner. And then you hit close. And now we've created this team. You'll see it at the bottom of the rail. Yep, Investor's Nest. Good job. So, and here's my company. So that is how we create a team from scratch. Now, if I want to do channels, we just come in here and we hit a right click on the ellipsis and we can add a channel. And then we just want to call, you know, however you want to set up your channels. You can do it by project. You can do it by department. I like department. So I'm going to create a sales channel and we're going to make it standard, accessible to everyone on the team. If you hit the right chevron, you can also make this private. And I'll show you just a second how to make a private team as well and lock that down. So I'm going to add that and I'm adding a channel. And you'll see that pop in right underneath general. So Brian's company, general, and then sales. That's the sales channel. I can manage the channel. So if I go ahead and hit the ellipses and hit manage channel, I can set permissions, moderation, who can start a new post, that sort of thing. I can also get analytics over here. So it's pretty neat. And then let's see here, I can do all kinds of other things. Get the email. This is kind of a neat thing too. In a channel, what you can do is get the email address like this. And then what I can do is I can take this email address, and we do this a lot. I go ahead and copy it, and then I can drop it into an email on the CC line, and it'll post the email to my channel. So this is a way that we communicate in our company. We communicate back and forth with my colleagues so that they can go into a channel and see maybe an email that I sent to a partner. So that's a pretty neat little way to do things. You can get a link to the channel. This is nice too, because if someone's having a problem finding the channel, you can just grab a link to it and then email it to them or throw it in chat, and then they can go right to where you want them to go instead of trying to tell them, you know, go to Brian's company, then go to sales, then go here and go there. So you can just grab a link and take them to that. All right. So that's, you know, the public channels or the unprivate channels, if you will. If I want to make another channel and I want to make it private, I go ahead and click on the ellipses, add channel. And now I can say, let's just say this is HR, right? And we're going to make this private. So make it accessible only to a specific group. So now, because I'm the owner, it's going to go ahead and ask me, who do you want to add? So I can add Diego because he's the HR manager, right? And then we'll add him. And then I'll say done. You want to add a couple people. Well, owner and Diego, that would work. But now you can see what's going on is this has a little padlock by it and it says it's private. And I think you guys don't even see it, do you?
No, don't see it.
Yeah, it's hidden. No. Right. So you're not, you know, it's just not on your radar. So that's a private channel. So people that are involved in this channel will have a little padlock. They'll know it's private. And like I can go into it because I own it. And then we can do, you know, posts and files and all that kind of stuff. So that's how you do a private channel. Now, if you come back to Contoso with me, we'll just grab this. We'll grab the general, and we'll live in Contoso from here on out. What I want to do now is show you how to set up teams correctly. And this is the way that we were taught how to set up teams at Microsoft in the training that we had there. So we have across the top here, we got post, files, and wiki. So the first thing we want to do is delete the wiki. Okay, this guy, just hit remove, right chevron down, and then hit remove. It'll say wiki tab is going to be permanently removed. That's fine. Get rid of it. And the reason for that is that the search doesn't work in the wiki. There's no search functionality. And so for collaboration, it really doesn't work very well. I'm going to show you a replacement for the wiki, but I'd hate for you to like build it out and everything, and then you can't search it. You know, that would really be a drag. So we want to click on the little add button here, the plus, and that's going to allow us to add these different apps. And so you can see there's a bunch of different apps that we can pick from. There's even more down here if you scroll down, all kinds of apps. And the first one that we want to add here is the planner. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And here's our planner. And then we can call it, whatever we want. This is going to be the top level where the files is. We're going to add this. So Contoso Planner. Let's just call it Contoso. Spelled it wrong. Contoso Planner. And then you just hit save. What's going to happen is that you're going to have a new tab at the top of your rail now. It's going to say Contoso Planner, like right here, and then new right next to it. So you want to go ahead and click on that. And then I'm going to show you how to, this is a flat file planner. It's a really, really skinny version of Project. And I'll show you how to run with this. So we have a task. We want to assign that task to a couple of people, right? So let's see here. Give me the TPS report. I'm going to set a due date on this of tomorrow, and then I'm going to make assignments. So I would like Alan and Diego and Miriam to work on this, right? And then I say add task. If I click in the white here, it's going to open up some functionality for me. And let's see. Go ahead. Okay. So, man, this is a little different, isn't it? Let's see here. Okay. So again, the ellipses is going to give us some functionality here. I can copy the task, move it, grab a link to the task in case someone can't find it again, throw it in the chat, boom, takes them right to it. And then what I can do too is I can use buckets, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. And then I can also set a progress indicator. So I can say, hey, this is in progress. What's the priority on it? Again, these are the priority statuses that we have, urgent and important. That looks familiar right from the chat. And then medium and low has been added as well. And let's keep it medium. We can go ahead and give it a start date. So I want you to start, now. And then end there. We can put notes in here. So I can give them some further information about what I want them to do. This is kind of neat. We can go ahead and add a checklist. So with the checklist, I can say things like do the report first, and then do the analysis on the report. And then say, send the PDF. Okay, so I've given them a little checklist, and then people can come in here and they can check these things off when they get them done. Then what you can do, you can add an attachment. So if you have an attachment that informs the report or some other piece of information they need, you can attach it here, and then you can put comments in. And the comments are kind of nice because you can go, my part, oops, my part is done, and then just send it, and then everyone is going to be notified and see that, okay? And then next person, whoever's doing the analysis can do that. They can come up here and check it off. So that's our tasks. For buckets, you can group things by buckets. So what we can do is add a new bucket. What we do a lot is we have repetitive tasks around here. So I might do like week 1, and then add another bucket, week 2. And then we have, 10 tasks under there. Each week, we're going to do different tasks. You can also do it by a person's name. So you could do like Diego, and then have a bucket and have a whole list of tasks for Diego. All right, I'm going to come back. We're scrolling like a blade in Azure, right? We're scrolling to the right. So you just have to be aware of that. We can do a list and see this these tasks in a list format. We can do the board. This is the flat file kind of thing. It'll give us a chart and show us what's going on and kind of what the status and everything is. Or we can see it in the schedule. Look, on the 15th, we've got a task that's becoming ready. So yeah, that's pretty much the information planner, how it works. This thing will nag you to death. Once a task is assigned, it's going to keep hitting you and keep pinging you until these things get completed. But that's kind of a good thing, right? So, and again, there's no save that's needed. You just go ahead and back out. Yeah, someone made a new task here. Great, good job. So yeah, when I back out of this, it's fine. There's no, it's automatically saved. So we'll go ahead and hit that. I like the board. I like this format. And then now we're back to the general tab. All right, so that's Planner. The next thing that I'd like to set up is click on the ad. And we'd like to talk about OneNote. This is going to be the replacement for the Wiki. And I'll show you how this works. Basically, what we have here is a digital 3-ring binder. So we go ahead and select the name. This is the default name, it's fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. You're going to see a Contoso notebook pop up on the rail. It'll say new by it. And here it is. So I'll go ahead and, just like in OneNote, right, I'm going to add a section. So let's just call it meetings, and then I'll call this the Thursday meeting. We'll go like that. Now, if you can jump in here with me, go ahead and hit Contoso Notebook, find the meeting section, and then jump into this Thursday meeting page. We can collaborate just like we did with the picnic list. Nice thing about this is that we're not waiting for a scribe to write things down and then send out the meeting. We can collaborate, and everyone can see this. I call it like digital democracy. You don't have just one person with their bias kind of, taking notes and then sending them out. We can all see what's being written. We can go in and correct things. We can go in and put our particular slant on it, or how we perceive things, and write them in here. And then they're always available. I can come back to this anytime I want and see, what's going on. I don't have to wait on somebody. So that makes it pretty nice. So you can collaborate, like I said, just like anywhere else. You got the functionality here of OneNote. If you need more functionality, you can open it in the browser, or you can open it in the desktop app, and that will give you full functionality. So that's OneNote. This is tied to the channel, so you have to go to the channel and find the OneNote for that channel. So that's something to be aware of as well. All right, great. Last thing I want to show you how to set up is right up here. Again, add a tab. And we're going to add a website. So think about websites. Oops, made the wrong thing. Thing about websites is a lot of companies have intranets. So this could be intranet. And let's see here. You got to do the, HTTPS / and I want to do Microsoft. So you just hit save once you put your website in there. Let's just say that this was our company intranet, right? So now I have it available, tied to the top and ready to go. This is also good if you have a website or some information on a website that you refer to all the time. You can go ahead and pin it to here. You can also pin documents to here. So important documents that you want to reference, you just hit Word and then you grab the particular document. So my picnic list, if I wanted to pin it, I could just do that. And now it's going to pin my picnic list right up here. So there's all, again, there's just all kinds of things that you can do. But this is the best way to set up Teams. Okay. So now what I want to do is jump back to where we were. And get out of here. There we go. Okay, that's where we're at. You can also add other applications. There's all kinds of applications. If you wanted to add Stream up here, you could do that. People adding stuff. Yeah, tasks, notebooks, intranet, all kinds of stuff. So you could add Stream if you wanted as well to grab your videos or your recordings that are coming from here. So you can do all of that as well. This is really the biggest portion of Teams. This is the guts of it. So if you have any questions, go ahead and jump in. I'm super happy to answer any questions about the functionality here. Wow, I must be doing good if you don't have any questions. I must be hitting all the right spots. All right, we just have 2 more buttons to hit, and then we'll be done. And we can go over things, again, if you want to. This is the calendar. So if you click with me on the left tile with calendar, it'll pull up the calendar. And this is the same calendar that we were looking at in chat. And out here in the white area, just any of the white area, if you click on that, double click it, it's going to pull up the scheduling. And so we can do scheduling here just like we did in chat. This is also synced to your Outlook. So if I do something here, it's going to hit my Outlook. And then you have scheduling assistant. So we can go in here, we can see, who's busy, who isn't, and that's going to help us to schedule things. You can add attendees right here. You can hit optional off to the right and add them as well. Like I said, this is automatically synced with Outlook, so you don't have to worry about that. If we go to the front end of the calendar again, we can hit Meet Now, and that's going to fire up a meeting straight away. So I can go ahead and join now, and then what I can do is drag people into my meeting. So if I want to get Diego, I can do that. Get Miriam, I can add you. And now it's calling. I don't have a microphone, but you can see I'm calling people. And they can answer. Diego answered. Boom, he's in. And now we can talk. So this is just a real quick way to grab a meeting right from calendar. Okay. So that's that meeting. Now, the other thing that makes it cool from calendar, I do this all the time. So you can start a meeting, do a meet now, join, don't call anyone, right? And then what I can do is, if I want to do a quick recording, I can start recording here, and then I can do a quick video. And then I can drop that video into an email, or I can put it on YouTube, it goes to stream, I can do some editing, and then use that video. So it's a pretty nice way to do a quick video, which is becoming more and more popular all the time. And then I just hang up, and I'm out. I want to tell you about live event as well. So you can come up here to new meeting, and that little chevron to the right, hit that, you get a drop down, and then you can hit live event. So on a regular Teams meeting, you can have up to 1,000 people now in Teams, like a meeting like this. But if you want to do a big event, you can do 10,000 people globally, and you can produce it on the back end. This is how you do it. You go into live event. You can invite people in here. You can invite your presenters right here. I'm the producer. I can switch over to presenter, and then I can put other people's names in here to invite them and pull them in, say, as a presenter. The producer on the back end controls who goes live, the Q&A, the translation of recordings up to 168 different languages, and then live captions for 6 languages. So you have a lot of high production value that you can contribute as a producer to an event. And then this goes live, and people can attend. Let's see here. Let's discard that. So that is calendar. So I just want to do a temperature check. Everyone with me? We all good? Gareth, you following along?
Yes, right.
Okay, perfect. Great. Thank you. All right. So let's go to calls. So just go ahead and tap the tile on the left. If I could get my cursor to behave. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and hit calls for me. Now, this is the voice cloud portion of Teams. Microsoft's a leader in voice over IT, and we can add feature that gives you a phone number with a dial pad directly from within Teams. So if this was enabled in the test environment here, you'd have a phone pad right in this area here. Right now, we can call people within our organization, but this would make it to where we could call anybody, just like a regular phone. A lot of folks spend as much, between $40 and $70 a month on hardware and the software and backend to have a phone on your desk. This way, you can take your phone with you. It's going to cost $17 to $27 per user, depending on the subscription and features that you get. So you can see that you can get some reduction on your telecom expenses. So that's great. And there's no need for a physical phone. You can use a physical phone if you have like consoles. I had one person that was like, hey, I got these 2 consoles that I want to have on the system. Yeah, that can be done. And it can be tied into the system. But you don't have to have those physical phones or maintenance fees that accompany them. Sometimes people say, well, that's great for, small, medium business, but what about really big companies? Well, when I was at Microsoft, there's 168,000 employees there, and no one had a phone on their desk that I saw. We all had Teams, and we all used the soft phone. So that is all about calls. You can add other applications to the sidebar here. So you can just look at apps and you can drag them in there and they'll stick on the sidebar. So you can do that. A lot of functionality here, folks. The big thing about this is that you want to live here. I mean, this is where we're going to reduce our email. We're going to be able to get quick information from our colleagues. I can reach out on chat and very quickly get an answer. So that's really helpful. But this is all about streamlining and efficiency. 4 apps in one, right? So no more Dropbox, no more Slack, no more desk phone. All of those things are gone. We just live here in the environment. So that's really the end of our presentation. If we have any questions, I'll give it back to Scott. I know he likes to talk to you a little bit about wrapping up.
There's one other thing I'd like to mention, that one of my favorite things in Teams, if you click on the help button down at the bottom left and you go to what's new, I have never seen a Microsoft product that has so many enhancements so quickly. And almost on a weekly basis, they keep adding new features. It's crazy. So I go to that help what's new, and you can see all the things that they've added. It's very helpful. I typically check that about once a week, just to see kind of what they've added. And almost every week there's something. So I just want to mention that. We thank you so much for attending. Michelle will be sending out a follow-up email and perhaps a video. So any questions between that you've got? Anything else we can answer? Was this valuable? Did you learn some new things?
Yeah,
I'll take that as a maybe. Well, again, thanks so much for attending. Appreciate your time.
That's brilliant. Thank you.